Tappan Zee Bridge remains closed hours after crane collapse that injured 5 people. The Tappan Zee Bridge became a parking lot when a construction crane collapsed on the span, injuring 5 people, shutting down traffic and trapping motorists for hours. The Mid-Hudson mess began shortly after noon when the crane in place to help build a long-awaited replacement bridge slammed across 7 lanes of the crossing, damaging the busy bridge and shutting it down for hours in both directions. "We don't know exactly what caused the malfunction," Governor Cuomo said after being briefed on the incident. "Sometimes equipment breaks and sometimes accidents happen. As simplistic as that sounds, sometimes that's all there is to it." Cuomo said the crane was sitting on the deck of the bridge under construction and was carrying a vibratory hammer when it collapsed. He said the crane and the hammer were being used to drive pilings into earth, a routine construction procedure. Cuomo said officials will investigate the cause of the accident. An official said the crane likely collapsed because of the problem with the crane, the hammer it was carrying, or worker error. "When the crane collapsed, it went across both sides of what we call the old Tappan Zee Bridge," Cuomo told reporters, with the bridge in the background. 2 cars had minor accidents in avoiding the falling crane, but miraculously there were no serious injuries whatsoever. No vehicle actually hit the crane. The traffic wasn't that heavy. "We were very fortunate that the situation wasn't worse." At least 3 drivers and 2 bridge workers were injured. None of their injuries are life-threatening. In Rockland, cars are being diverted from Interstate 87 onto the Palisades Interstate Parkway. Trucks are being routed off the thruway at Exit 12. In Westchester, drivers on Interstate 287 are being diverted onto Interstate 87. Cars stuck on the bridge were being turned around and sent back in their direction of travel. Hours after the incident, work crews began taking apart the metal crane to clear it from the roadway. The Army Corps of Engineers was on the ground, Cuomo said, and will inspect the span before it is opened again to traffic. "The bridge is an old bridge," Cuomo said. "That's why we're replacing it in the first place. I am not comfortable opening the bridge. Even though the deck looks fine, you don't know what's happening underneath." It was not immediately clear when drivers would be able to cross the bridge again. Drivers stuck in their cars were walking along the bridge to get a better look at the crane, some snapping pictures and posting them on social media. "If the state of New York thinks I'm paying this Tappan Zee Bridge toll today, they are sorely mistaken," tweeted driver Kevin Powers, who was stuck at the South Franklin Street overpass. "Going on to 5 hours." The 7-lane, 3-mile Cantilever Bridge, the longest in New York State, opened to traffic in 1955. It was built for $81 million and designed to last 50 years. In April 2013, after 10 years of heated debate, construction began on the new Tappan Zee Bridge, just a few yards from the old crossing. The new 8-lane bridge is designed to last 100 years and is scheduled for completion in 2018. With